I am absolutely buzzing right now, and I have to be, because we are about to break down our Monday Night Football game against the New England Patriots.
Yeah, and look, I get it. The records, they're not pretty.
Not at all. 2 wins, 6 losses. It looks ugly on paper, I know, but something felt different in that Detroit overtime game, and the energy is just too exciting to ignore right now.
That energy is the whole reason we're doing this. We're not looking at 2 evenly matched teams here. We're looking at a Giants team with this sudden surprising momentum against an absolute powerhouse.
A 10-win powerhouse.
Exactly. So our mission here is to really pinpoint the little bits of light, find the weaknesses we can actually exploit, and face the huge challenges we have on Monday.
And nothing is a bigger deal than the QB situation. The sources are finally confirming it, and thank God for that. Jaxson Dart is trending to start. He's cleared protocol.
Which is huge news.
It's the ultimate test. We're about to find out what happens when you throw your rookie franchise arm at the NFL's biggest, baddest brick wall of a defense.
Well, let's start with that mismatch, because on paper, it's massive. The Patriots are on a 9-game heater.
9 games. They just play with this cold, efficient style that just crushes your soul.
It does. And the analogy our sources used was perfect. Felt like this was a failing group project, Headed for a D-. And then suddenly, last game, the Giants show up with a full slideshow and a laser pointer.
And that laser pointer was 100% Jameis Winston. I'll be the first to admit, I did not see that coming. He rolled into that Detroit game like he just unlocked all the cheat codes.
He really did. Forget the high-risk label for a second. That was a high-reward gunslinger performance.
Absolutely. The stiff arm, the spin move, that laser beam to the end zone. I mean, come on.
It wasn't just the highlights, though. He was executing play action so well, hitting the seams, the deep outs. It was probably his best game in years.
And that's the thing, right? It's this beautiful, confusing mess. Winston gives you chaos and brilliance, but the future, the future is Dart.
And the future is now. It's like General Hospital, MetLife edition. You've got the veteran who might throw a TD or, a turkey leg.
A complete wild card.
Versus Jaxson Dart, the rookie with the cannon arm. And the sources are clear, starting him, even cleared from concussion protocol against this defense. That is the definition of high stakes.
I am so thrilled he's getting the nod. This is it. This is the moment we see what he's made of against an elite team. We can finally stop playing this conservative caretaker offense and see what the kid can do.
And that pressure isn't just the moment, it's the opponent. New England's defense isn't just good, it is schematically almost perfect.
The sources called it not a defense, that's a brick wall with 1099s filed. That just says it all.
It does. And let's get into the specifics, because that wall isn't built on blitzing you all day, it's built on coverage discipline.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Only one team all year has scored more than 24 points on them. One, against a young QB. They'll play press man on the outside, 2 high safeties, and basically force you to make these impossible throws into tiny windows or just check it down.
We saw it last week against Joe Flacco. It was painful to watch.
A total surgical dissection. Flacco had, 183 yards, less than 5 yards to throw, and that pick 6.
Oh, that was brutal.
And our sources broke down his passing chart. 19 of his completions were basically just little screens or shallow crossers. They called it a Windows 98 loading screen. Just slow, clunky, going nowhere.
So every single yard is a fight. They give up nothing deep.
Nothing. And what's crazy is they do it with almost no pass rush. They had 1 sack on Flacco the entire game.
Wait, 1 sack? The whole game?
1. Their DBs just play coverage like they owe someone money. They squeeze every route so there's nowhere for the ball to go. Dart has to process things at an elite speed on Monday, or he's going to be staring at some really bad decisions.
Okay. Let's pivot. Let's talk about some hope. Our offensive weapons are finally starting to heat up. Wandale, don't call me small. Robinson exploded last week.
That was the key takeaway from the Detroit film. 156 yards, 9 catches, a touchdown. He ran his routes like he was auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. Just so fluid, so sharp.
And it wasn't just him. We finally got the tight end production we've been begging for. Theo Johnson is starting to look like a Penn State grown-up Gronk.
His 77 yards were a season high, and that is so crucial against the Pats. You need a tight end who can work the middle of the field against those linebackers and safeties.
That's the seam route, right? That's got to be the pressure point for Dart.
It has to be. If he wants to move the chains, that's where he has to live.
Plus, Isaiah Hodgins got a touchdown. Tyrone Tracy. I mean, he's our Swiss Army knife now. 2AT Tracy.
68 receiving, 62 rushing. That kind of versatility is how you create mismatches. You can shift him from the backfield to the slot, try to get him on a linebacker. That's one of the few weak points you can even find in their scheme.
All right. Deep breath. Now we have to talk about the part that makes every Giants fan want to punch a wall.
The defensive collapse.
The defensive collapse against Detroit. And honestly, I look at the ownership, the whole structure, and I have no faith this is getting fixed soon. This defense cannot stop the run. It's embarrassing.
It was. And it wasn't just bad tackling. The sources broke it down. It was a failure of fundamental gap integrity. The entire system just fell apart.
We got served the Jahmyr Gibbs Happy Thanksgiving combo meal.
200-plus rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, another 45 through the air. The film showed linebackers just getting completely washed out of plays. The secondary wasn't setting the edge. It was...
Well, the store said we were chasing ghosts like we were in a Scooby-Doo episode.
It felt like that.
Oh.
And on top of that, they couldn't get a hand on the quarterback. Not a single one. Jared Goff had 0 grass stains on his jersey. And that let Amon-Ra St. Brown just cook for 149 yards and a score.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
The run defense is a joke. And it's made worse by a pass rush that doesn't exist. We need a more aggressive, a Charlie Bullen style of defense that actually dictates the action.
Well, let's see how that defense matches up with the Patriots offense. It's anchored by Drake May, who runs what our sources call the Big Me offense. It's very efficient, very methodical.
Yeah, he had a good game last week. Almost 300 yards, over 8 yards an attempt.
But the key stat for them lately has been protection. They have allowed only 1 total sack in the last 3 games combined.
But here it is. This is the big one. This is our shot.
The injury.
The rookie left tackle, Will Campbell, is out. And the guard next to him is banged up, too. He might be limited.
That is the analytical hinge point of this entire game. All of a sudden, you have a massive, glaring vulnerability on the left side of that offensive line.
This is it. This is where Brian Burns has to earn his money.
He has to.
He's been stuck on 13 sacks for what feels like a lifetime. He needs to break free like he's trying to get out of a family Zoom call. I mean, against a backup tackle, there are no more excuses.
None. Darius Alexander had 2 sacks last week, which shows it's possible, but Burns has to be the engine. If he generates pressure, May can't run that quick, efficient offense. That's how you create turnovers.
So let's boil it down. What are the key head-to-head battles we have to win?
Okay, number 1, our receivers, Wandale and Theo, against their defensive backs. Can they win those one-on-one matchups in press coverage against the best coverage unit in the league?
Number 2, they're tight ends against our linebackers. We cannot let Hunter Henry kill us. He just had 115 yards last week.
If our guys don't press him at the line and disrupt his timing, he will sit in the middle of the field and treat us like leftover stuffing. He just will.
And number 3, the real X factor. Our pass rush against that beat-up Patriots O-line. This is the whole game. If Burns isn't cooking on Monday night, we're in for a long, long game.
So the recipe for an upset is, well, it's challenging, but it's clear. First, Dart has to stay clean. He just needs enough time.
Second, the run game has to at least show up to the party, keep him honest.
And third, for the defense, the order is simple. Don't allow 69-yard walk-off TDs. Just be disciplined. No huge, back-breaking mistakes.
Look, here's the bottom line. If Jaxson Dart can walk into that stadium, face that defense, and just manage the pressure, if he can go full superhero and sprinkle some of that rookie magic on this game,
then the final score almost doesn't matter.
Exactly. It becomes so much more than a participation trophy. And for you listening, the real question isn't just if we can win. It's how does Dart perform?
Yeah, that's the real long-term analysis here.
If he goes out there against a defensive brick wall behind a shaky line and he shows poise and efficiency and makes plays,
yeah,
what does that tell you about his trajectory? If he can handle this right now, then we aren't just looking at the next game. We're looking at the foundation for the next decade, no matter how much of a mess this franchise is right now. Go Blue.
Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And, a huge shout out always to BLKFREEZYTV.
Oh, definitely.
For the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep. Their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.
This has been Big Blue Tea.